welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle and I am a mostly stay-at-home homeschooling mom to two. I have a special needs child as well. He is on the autism spectrum, and then I have a daughter as well. So if you like grocery hauls, Azure hauls, Thrive Market hauls, Costco, Whole Foods, wherever it might be, I typically always show my hauls. I do cooking videos. I will admit that over the last few months it's been a little more difficult. We've been really busy and I've been dealing with some health things, and so that hasn't been as predominant, but I do it. So if you like those type of things, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And then also you can join me on Instagram. I'm much more active on Instagram than I am on YouTube. Like I show my daily cooking and things like that because it's just quick and easy to hop on there and do that versus making a whole video for YouTube. So if you want to join me on Instagram, it is Her Hearts at Home. It's her_hearts_at_home, and you can check out my Instagram. I will also share a link in the description for Azure Standard. If you want to try Azure Standard and you use my referral code, I do get a one-time $25 credit when you spend $100. It doesn't cost you anything more, but it does bless our family just with a little bit to help out with the grocery budget. So I've got this kind of laid out in front of me. I will have to move things around as I go through it, but I've got my list, and so we'll just kind of go down the list, and I'm going to try to grab them in the list, the order on my list, just so that way I don't get confused, and I will tell you what I paid for everything. People often want to know about Azure's costs, and if you are used to shopping conventional things at like Walmart, the prices here are going to seem more expensive. However, if you're used to shopping organic foods at like Whole Foods, things like that, the prices here are great. It's really great to be able to buy in bulk. You can't see it very well, but right here I just have a 25-pound bag of rice. So this was significantly cheaper per pound to buy it this way than to continue to buy smaller bags. So Azure, as far as if the question of is it expensive, is really a matter of what you're used to and what you're typically buying. So we shop at Whole Foods, so a lot of this seems cheaper. I do always price match it. Like Whole Foods carries the jelly I bought, and so I checked, but it was cheaper to buy 3 of the jellies from Azure than to buy 1, well, per bottle, than just buy like 1 at Whole Foods at a time. So things like that kind of play into it. So let's get going. Let's see, the first thing on my list is If You Care cheesecloths. I have those right here. So this is the If You Care brand cheesecloths. They are 100% organic, unbleached cotton. It won't affect the taste or quality of your food. It's lint-free, oven-safe, up to 450 degrees, and microwave-safe. There are 2 square yards in each of these boxes, or little containers, I guess. So I use this often for straining my broth, but I went ahead and I got 4 of those, and for 4 of them, it is $13.59. So 8 yards of cheesecloth. This should last me a little while, especially because in the summer I don't make near as much broth as I do in the winter, but I do have some bones in my freezer that I've been saving that I do need to make into some broth because I do cook our rice in broth. All right, let's see. Next up is some roasted minced garlic. And that is right here in this Mylar bag. So this is roasted minced garlic, and it is 1 pound. It is the Azure Market. So this particular one is a product of the USA. Now, I love Azure, but they do carry things from China. I know that they are very careful how they source them, but it is just my preference that we get garlic from the USA. So I love this one. It's kind of almost like a little rock pebble kind of texture, I guess, but I use it in place of mincing up my own garlic when I don't want to do it, and it is shelf stable. So for 1 pound, it is $17.82, and I'm completely out of this, so I'm very glad to be getting that. Okay, next up is my onions. So I order onions from them pretty much every single month. Someday I'm gonna buy a bigger thing. I'm just worried about getting through all of them since we are only a family of 4. They last a while, but if you wait too long, they do go bad because it's produce. So this is a 3-pound bag. So this just happens to be 4 yellow onions this time. They are organic onions. And for 3 pounds of organic yellow onions, it's $6.45. It's really hard to find good organic yellow onions around us. So that is just how I do it. Next is the red onions. And again, this is 3 pounds. For this one, it just happens to be 5 this time. And it is $8.35 for a 3-pound bag of purple onions. Okay, next is my tortillas, and I need to grab those because they're in the front. We have here is 3 packages of these Stacy's organic tortillas. Now, these are not perfect. They do have sunflower oil in them. That is not my preference. However, I have not gotten down making tortillas. I've been looking at a press. But when you compare this to conventional store-bought tortillas, these are significantly better. The ingredient list is very, very short. So there are 8 of them, and these are considered, I believe, so these are 8-inch. So I got a pack of 3, and they come frozen because they don't have any preservatives or anything. You want to make sure you keep them frozen. So I'll just pop these back into my freezer, and then we'll pull them out as we need them. I've gotten various sizes of these tortillas. So there are 3 8-count packages, and that was $11.86. Okay, next is, let me just make sure I didn't, okay. Next is some Southern style hash browns. So these come frozen as well. They are organic potatoes. That is the only ingredient in here. Most hash browns, if you look at the store, have preservatives, they have oils, they have all sorts of icky things that are totally unnecessary. What I like about these is they're pre-diced, they're ready to go. I can use them in soup. I can use them in egg bakes, things like that. Sorry, my dogs are choosing to bark. So they just come in a little 5-pound box, but I take them out and I actually put them into a different bag. So 5 pounds of organic Southern style hash browns for $12.26 for 5 pounds. They're so good and they're so easy, and I just do that instead of buying hash browns for the most part. I do every once in a while get, I can't even remember the brand, but it's a frozen brand of regular style hash browns, maybe Cascadian Farms, because they don't have any extra ingredients added. But this is significantly cheaper. I'm just getting a small bag when I get them for like $7. This is 5 pounds for $12. All right, on to the next one. So you know when you order things online and you see the measurement, right? So like I saw that this was going to be 30 ounces, but seeing 30 ounces is a whole lot different than just like reading about 30 ounces, but that's okay. 30 ounces of coconut aminos. So this is the Coconut Secret Organic Coconut Aminos. It is a soy-free alternative, 72% less sodium than soy sauce. The ingredients are organic coconut tree sap and sea salt. So good. You do have to refrigerate after opening. We go through this fairly quickly. I make a lot of different Asian dishes, and my family does not know the difference between this and soy sauce when I use it. So this was $19.44 for the 30 ounce, but I was paying like $7 just for a small bottle. So I said, go home, go big or go home, right? So this is good. We will definitely use that up. No problem. Next is more date syrup. So this is the Let's Date brand date syrup. This is a 14.1 ounce bottle for $6.50. And this is really good in coffee. I've been trying to have more coffee at home and less sugar. And so yes, dates have sugar, but at least they are a natural sugar, so it's a little easier for your body to handle. Obviously, if you're a diabetic, sugar is sugar, but I am not. So, yeah, we like this date syrup. It's good. It's organic date syrup. All right, I'm going to skip the next one because it's a bell pepper, but I'm going to go through all my plants at one time. All right, next is canned peaches. So Azure has recently come out with a new line of canned fruit. I'm not a big fan of canned fruit. I really prefer to get them in jars. Azure did say they are working on glass jars of fruit, but in the meantime, they've just come out with these. I personally don't eat peaches or pears in a can, and pineapple canned, I pretty much only use if I'm baking something. But I have things in my freezer, but it is so nice to have shelf-stable things, because what if my freezer goes out or whatever it might be. So I got just one can because I wanted to see how they would come. I am also very particular about dented cans. If it has a dent in it, we're not going to use it at all, and I wasn't sure how they would come. So I first wanted to check that out. So this is $3.12. It's chunky peaches, and it is, almost threw it. So it's peaches, water, pear juice, peach pulp, and there is some ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C to protect the color. It is organic, a product of the USA, and so anyways, I thought we would get these. My husband will probably be the one to eat these, but in a pinch, you could also throw them into smoothies or whatever. Just a good shelf-stable fruit, because you never know what could happen. All right, the next thing is pears. Nope, I'm sorry. The next thing is pineapples. So pineapple, same thing, organic, sliced pineapple in pineapple juice. And again, there is ascorbic acid in this. Again, not my preference, but I realize that for some things, that is just how it has to be. So this is organic pineapple slices. So this was something I would maybe use in an Asian dish. I do use frozen pineapple, but I wanted to, again, have this as a shelf-stable option. It is a product of Costa Rica, of course, because it's pineapple. So this is the Azure Market brand, and this, I don't remember if I told you this already, $4.59 for the pineapple. And then the other one that I got is pears. This is $3.12. So again, just some organic pear halves. This has pears, water, pear juice concentrate. So this one doesn't have any ascorbic acid. Product of the USA. And I've been really happy with anything that's Azure Market. They're expanding their lines. So anyways, this will be good to put in the pantry. And so now we've got one of each to try and see how we like them. And if we like them, then I can buy them by the case, which would lower the price per can. All right, next is yellow mustard. And this is a 32-ounce glass jar of their brand yellow mustard. I make a lot of our dressing from scratch, and so I use a lot of mustard, both yellow and Dijon. And the ingredients in here are distilled vinegar, water, mustard seed, sea salt, turmeric, paprika, and spices. It is an organic product, and yeah, yellow mustard. So I'm seeing here it's not a crazy long shelf life. Maybe that's just typical of mustard. I guess I haven't paid attention. I've never bought a jar this big, but we'll just make sure that we get through it. And then next is a thing of Dijon mustard. I'm curious about this date, same date. So this one has distilled vinegar, water, mustard seed, sea salt, and spices. Again, organic Dijon mustard. So we use both of these in a lot of different dressings. And because we are coming into summer, I have a feeling I'll be using a lot more. I make a lot of honey mustard dressing, so that will be fine. This one is $4.98, plus I'll have a glass bottle to use when it's done. All right, next is my big 25-pound bag of organic American white basmati rice. So this is a product of California. Ugh. Whoops. Sorry. All right, bumping the table here. $71.73 for 25-pound bags, or 25 pounds of rice. Is this more expensive than just like a cheap conventional bag of great value rice? Absolutely. However, probably not grown in the USA. It's probably not organic. And rice has such high levels of arsenic that I want to do everything that I can to reduce that for my family, and that includes buying California rice. Even rice that's grown in Texas has higher levels of arsenic because of the soil. California has some of the lowest levels. Also, the basmati rice is some of the lowest levels of arsenic that you can get. It is the Lundberg family brand, and we've been very happy with it. So I've never bought 25-pound bag of it. I've always bought like 5-pound bags, but I'm like, again, go big or go home. let's just get this stored up, and we eat a fair amount of rice. Okay, next is a cookbook. I actually ordered 2 and 1 didn't come. There were a few items in my order that ran out, or they sold out before my order shipped, so they didn't come. I didn't get charged for them or anything, but I added them to my next order. I was trying to get the regular Nourishing Traditions book, but that sold out. Hopefully I'll get it in my next order. But this is the ultimate grain-free cookbook, sugar-free, starch-free, whole food recipes from my California country kitchen, 100+ recipes. Now, I am not grain-free, I am not gluten-free or anything, but I thought sometimes there are really great alternatives in here, or in the grain-free world. So I thought that I would give this a try. I have no idea if I'm gonna like it. I haven't even looked inside of it yet. $20.97. I am a big fan of cookbooks. I love cookbooks. But it looks like there's some apple spice muffins, some banana bread, ooh, brunch puffs. Those look good. I have no idea what they are. They have them filled with like egg. That looks good. So, even though we're not grain-free, I thought it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to grow my knowledge in different types of things like that. So $20.97 for that book. As you can see, I was kind of piling everything here. You can see some of my cookbooks up here. Got more over on that side, and then I've got a whole bench full of them. I love cookbooks. Okay, next up is some mustard seeds. I want to try making some refrigerator pickles. And so this is whole seeds, gluten-free, non-GMO, 4 ounces of mustard seeds. And this was $4.04 for that, which this is a lot of mustard seed. I know I could probably try to make my own mustard, but that's not what I'm doing with those. Honestly, for $4 to buy a big jar of ready-made mustard, I'm gonna do that. All right, next is the Crafter's Strawberry Premium Spread. So this is 3 16.5 ounce glass bottles for $14.72. So if I were to just go buy one of these at any of our like local Whole Foods or Fresh Time or things like that, it would be right around $6 for one of these. So I got 3 of them for $15, so I am saving some money there. So 3 of those. We like peanut butter jelly. We like jelly, just, you know, on toast or whatever. So I got those. It is organic, and if you never tried this Crafter's brand, do try it. They do have low sugar ones as well, if that is something you're looking for. Okay, next is a funnel. So this is the Norpro brand, which I have purchased. There you go, purchased, not bought. That's not a word. Purchased a couple, well, I should say several of the Norpro brand items from Azure. I don't love that that they are usually made in China, but it's what it is. I prefer things to be made in the USA when I can help it. But this is a 5-inch stainless steel strainer with a, funnel with a strainer. So I thought this would come in handy when I'm doing my broths and things like that. I already have one, but it's not as narrow. It's like the wider one. So anyways, I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna need that for, but I bought it anyways. $11.32. Okay, next is 4 bags. I'll just grab one of them. So 4 of these. They are 2 pounds, 13 ounces of the 1 degree. These are the gluten-free sprouted rolled oats. So sprouted is better. When you can get grains that are sprouted, it is going to be easier to digest. I am learning to sprout them, but I am not there yet. And so I just buy them. This way, I also have the rolled. They're not, so these, oh, I have another kind too. Anyways, we eat a lot of oatmeal. So I've got like the rolled oats. I have quick oats. I think I got quick oats in my last order. But anyways, it was $34.38. I believe this size bag is what I get at Costco. And it's, I want to say right around $10. So this was about $6 cheaper to buy 4 in a package through Azure this way. Let's see, what's the shelf life on these? They're good for about a year. But if you're gluten-free, they're certified gluten-free. Again, we're not. but I do cook with oats a lot, and we eat a lot of oatmeal. Okay, the next ones again are plants. I'm gonna skip those and come back to them. So the next thing on my list that I'm gonna get is the Alvarado Street Bakery Sprout Wheat Bagels Everything. So 3 of these. So these have 6 of them in there. They are a sprouted wheat everything bagel. They are delicious. They come frozen. I got 3 of these. The ingredients are relatively simple. It is a longer list because it's an everything bagel, but it's sprouted organic whole wheat berries, organic unbleached wheat flour, filtered water, organic barley malt, organic cultured wheat flour, organic minced onion, organic vinegar, yeast, sea salt, organic minced garlic, organic whole wheat flour, organic poppy seeds, organic flax seeds, organic sunflower seeds, organic quinoa, organic rolled oats, pumpkin seeds, white hulled sesame seeds, black sesame seeds, chia seeds, millet, red quinoa, rye, and ascorbic acid. Whew! So I told you, long list, but a lot of it is because it's that everything seasoning. So compared to a conventional store-bought bagel, really good. I am trying to make bagels. I am just a terrible bagel maker. Someday I'll get there, but it's just so nice to have these already in my freezer and ready to go. So these ones are not sliced. For 3 packages, it's $14.51. So what I'll do is just throw them back into the freezer. When we want them, I'll pull out 1 package, put them in the fridge, and we'll eat through them. Next is the Silver Hills bagels. Now these come with 5 in them. These ones are pre-sliced. These are organic sprouted power bagels. These are wheat, and I do really like the Silver Hills brand. However, I will tell you that they do use organic sunflower oil. Again, not a preference, but you know, you do the best you can. So this is $17.74. We really enjoy their bread, and the bread we get does not have sunflower oil in it. So it must be something about the bagel texture. Okay, diced green onions are next. These are really good. So I don't even know how you say this. La Preferida. I butchered it, so I'm just going to show you. 3 cans. They are 4-ounce cans of mild diced chilies, and these were $5.06. When I make my refried beans, my black beans, whatever it might be, I throw a can of this in there. Super good. Okay, we're getting done there. We're almost done. All right, next is some black pepper. So again, in a Mylar bag, some ground black pepper. And this one is organic. And for a 4-ounce bag, it is $7.34. Next time I should just get the bigger bag, but I think next up is like a pound, and I don't know why, but a pound of pepper seems very overwhelming to me. And I feel like because I'm not grinding it myself, going with like the 4 ounces is better because then we go through it and then I just buy a new fresh bag. I don't know. I think I told you $7.34. Next is a North Coast 64-ounce thing of apple juice. This is $10.94. Organic apple juice that is made in the USA is expensive. So this is no sugar added, no preservatives, never from concentrate, 100% US grown apples, organic apple juice, and as far as I know, pasteurized, unfiltered juice from certified organic apples. That's all that's in here. So I got this for my kids as like a special treat. It is a thick apple juice. It is not the apple juice that you're used to seeing. $10.94. I probably said that already. Okay, next up is a 5-pound bag of the multigrain pancake mix for $10.95. So we got a smaller bag of this a couple months ago, and we really enjoyed it. Yes, I make pancakes from scratch, but I do enjoy a multigrain pancake sometimes. And this has soft white whole wheat pastry flour, spelt flour, kamut flour, millet flour, corn flour, rice flour, barley flour, oat flour, rye flour, quinoa flour, non-fat dry milk powder, sucanat, which is just dehydrated cane juice. I do buy sucanat. Non-aluminum baking powder, real salt, and baking soda, and it is all organic. And so to make pancakes, you add in some egg and your oil of choice and some warm water. And same thing for the waffles, but you just add in different amounts. So we've been really happy with this. Like I said, I do make my own buttermilk pancakes from scratch with actually some buttermilk powder from Azure. But this is really good. And I don't know, for $10.95 for 5 pounds. Sure, I could make my own mix, but this is good. I like it. Okay. We're getting down there. So next is 2 different kinds of yogurt starts. So these are mesophilic culture, so it sets at room temperature. So this says it's VIILI yogurt starter. This Nordic ropey heirloom variety can be used for repeated batches. This one, MATSONI, aka Caspian Sea yogurt. This heirloom variety can be used for repeated batches. So when I was looking online at them, I picked these because I think one said it was a mild yogurt, and since having had COVID like 2 years ago, it totally destroyed my ability to eat yogurt or cottage cheese or things like that. So I'm hoping whatever one of these is like the mild one, I will be able to eat, hopefully. So I want to give these a try. I'm gonna have to check with them because these were not refrigerated when I got them, and it does say refrigeration recommended. So I'm gonna have to reach out to Azure and make sure these are still gonna work. But this one was $12.71, and this one was $10.23. Then I got a Azure flyer. So this is for June. So it tells me everything that's going to be on sale in June, as well as some new products and things like that. If you like to look at like actual paper catalogs, you'll like that they give you these. I think you can opt out of them, but I enjoy getting it. In fact, I didn't get it for a few months and I was really sad because I enjoy getting it. All right, let me grab the plants and hold on. All right, so your live plants typically come like this, and they'll say like live plant on it, rush, which is funny because you can't really rush the delivery. It just comes when it comes. All right, so let's go through and show you what I got. So some of the things fell out here. We got plants from them last year and they did well. I was really sad. I ordered some strawberry plants from them. They are organic, the plants that I got, and they were sold out and out of season before my order. So I must have just been in a different cycle of ordering last year, and that's why I got them. So we ended up having to just go with the conventional ones from a local store. Okay, so this is King of the North pepper. Here we go. King of the North. So it's Ellie's Eden King of the North red bell pepper. $3.65. So I will get these outside, let them just acclimate, and then we'll get them planted. All right, next. And I'll tell you that we had one come last year that was terrible looking. My mother-in-law, who's a master gardener, said, it's never gonna make it. And it did, and it grew into a beautiful pepper plant that gave us a lot of peppers. So I won't give up on any of these. So these are a cherry tomato, and let's see. These are, cherry tomato, $3.65. Some of the things came out, so just making sure. So this is a Goliath tomato, and I was just reading the description of them as I ordered them, and that's how I picked what I wanted. $3.65. I think actually all these are $3.65. A golden California Wonder pepper. So again, like you can see, these are a little small, but I think they'll do well. In fact, we got some jalapeno peppers from a local store, and I think they're even a little smaller than this. And then this is a mini chocolate bell pepper. So if we live in a small townhouse actually, so we have to plant everything in pots and keep it in particular areas. So I'm hoping we can make room for all those because we did just plant some other things, but it'll be good. Okay, so in case you're curious, my product subtotal was $381.53. I had a total of 37 items. It was just shy of 100 pounds of shipping. It was 99.609 pounds. I had $21.63 in Azure cash. This shipping was $32.43. It's a flat rate of 8.5% of your order, regardless of the amount of weight. So it goes off of the price of your order. And so I was charged a total of $392.33 for everything that we got, 37 items. And that's it. I am excited. I love getting my Azure orders. It is such a highlight. When I make dinner, I look around and I go, almost everything I use is most likely from Azure. A lot of people are like, did you get that at Azure? I'm like, yep, I did. I do. I really love Azure. I don't make any money by sharing these videos or recommending them. Obviously, if you use my link, I get a $25 one-time credit, but I am not getting paid anything. I just really, truly love Azure that much, and I think that if cooking from scratch, good whole foods are important to you, organic especially, this is the way to go. It does take a little bit of getting used to, adjusting in your grocery budget and things like that, because like obviously spending 70 pounds on a bag of rice, this is an investment, but I bet you this will last us all year, if not longer. I think our last 5-pound bag lasts us several months. So yes, it's an investment up front, but when I break it down per pound, this is significantly cheaper. So that is that. I just want to leave you with the scripture that they have on their packing slip. Behold, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health, just as your soul prospers. 3 John 1:2. And I also pray that on you, and I thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. And remember, Jesus loves you. See ya.